Hey everybody, welcome to the OHL according to Rob. Bit of a delay in getting today's show going. I'll be honest with you, I kind of woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. A little grumpy, a little grumpy. Wasn't sure what I wanted to do today's show on or if I wanted to do a show at all. You know how it is. You wake up in the morning, sometimes you're a little indifferent. That's the way it was today. But I think I got it together now. Bottle's getting a little empty. Bottle's getting a little empty on down. I'll give you a little backstory here. Don came into the show back when I was, back a while ago. I just picked it up, thought I'd use it as a prop. Great idea. Gets the dirt out, doesn't it? Don gets the dirt out, keeps the dirt out of the show, any cursing and swearing, things like that. Or if I get a little off center or whatever, Don's here to take care of business. And interestingly enough, I've had a couple of people tell me that since they've been watching the show, it's product placement right there. These people have gone out and tried Don for the very first time and they love it. Hey Don, you listening to that? Yeah, because I'm using the prop here. I know I got you at least 2 sales, the ones that I've heard of, and people are loving the Don. So anyway, enough of that. Okay, so kind of all over the place on what I want to do my show on. I think I really got to decide on the day of the show what I'm going to do because I have an idea what I want to do. But then what happens is that the weekend comes, OHL hockey action, things happen, changes my mind on exactly what I want to do. So what I'm going to, right here, look at this, huh? Right there. Found this shirt in my dresser. Not sure who gave this to me, but this is an authentic Owen Sound plater. The Owen Sound Attack were formerly known as the Owen Sound Attack. Before that, they were Owen Sound Platers. But prior to that, they were from Guelph, the Guelph Platers. All right. So anyway, I'm going to wear this for today's show. OHL, it's right there. All right. Owen Sound celebrating their 30th birthday. 30 years in the city of Owen Sound. They love their Owen Sound Attack / Platers right there. I'm originally from Owen Sound as well. I live in a different city now, but love the Attack. I love the Platers when they were known as the Platers as well. Anyway, that's for another show. All right, let's get at it. Okay, we got another weekend in the books. All right, we're going to take a look again at the divisions. East Division, we're going to start there. Ottawa 67's still on fire. These boys are firing on all cylinders. 15-3-1 after the weekend. They're running away with this East Division right now. The Peterborough Petes picked up a couple of wins. They were 9-7 the last time we talked. A couple of wins there to get them to 11-7. Oshawa Generals, my pick before the season started to win the West, to win the East. Sitting at 9-6-2 right now, but they got a hot young goaltender in Kaiser, Boston Bruins prospect. That kid's doing just fine. He was one of the stars of the week in the OHL for this week. I think he was star number 1. Did well. He got himself a shutout. And, shutout. I think it was against Kitchener. Shut them out 3-0. So we'll talk about Kitchener later on as well. The Hamilton Bulldogs still at 500. They were 7-7 last week. They're 8-8 this week. Got a win over Owen Sound Sunday afternoon in Hamilton. Tough one for Owen Sound. And Kingston at the bottom at 5-13. Again, like I said, it's going to be a tough one this year for Hamilton. They were sellers at the end. I got my stuff again. Printed it off. It's not handwritten. Got some other stuff here too. I'm going to talk about later. Wrote down there. My crack. Now we're not going to go there again because I do not have a crack team of researchers. It's just me. One-man show. All right, we're going to talk about Central Division now. Mississauga Steelheads. Now, here's a team I've seen them play a couple of times. These boys are tough. All right, and they got Tippett back in the lineup. They got Little back there. All right, and you know what? They picked up from Owen Sound. They picked up Alan Lasarchuk. All right, Lasarchuk was averaging over a point a game in Owen Sound. He's now a member of the Mississauga Steelheads. That's certainly going to help the Steelheads in that overager spot. The young man can play the game. So Mississauga looking real good. The Niagara Ice Dogs, who were favored to win the West by everybody, or sorry, the East. I'm going to get that right one of these points. I'm telling you right now, I keep saying that we're in the East, Rob. For God's sake. For goodness sake. Goodness. I say, no offense to anybody. Niagara Ice Dogs, 10-5-2. They were picked by everybody to be the favorite this year. But you got the Steelheads up there. You got 67 doing really well as well. Sudbury Wolves 10-6-1. They're having a decent start to their season. Their star is off right now in the under 17 tournament. Mr. Byfield, Quentin Byfield. They'll be missing him, but I think they did all right on the weekend. They did okay without him in there. Barry Colts 9-7-1, sitting in fourth spot. But right behind them is the North Bay Battalion. They're sitting at 8-1 for 17 points. Again, this division, the Central Division, is one of the tightest. There's only 5 points separating first to fifth. Mississauga Steelheads 22 points. North Bay Battalion sitting there with 17 points. So it's a tight one. All right, let's go over to the Midwest Division. The Midwest. Big story over there in the Midwest Division. I was afraid this was going to happen, and so was the rest of the, pretty much the entire West Division was concerned about this happening, and their fears have come true because Evan Bouchard and Alex Formanton have been returned to the London Knights from their NHL teams, spelling trouble for the rest of that division. Now, the Knights, without those two in the lineup, are holding their own. They're doing real well. They're now in first place. They had Formanton and Bouchard in the lineup yesterday. Each of them scored a goal. That was a shutout win, too. I think they won 3-0. Maybe that was over Kitchener. I could be wrong. Most likely am. London Knights, they now are firmly the favorite to win the West, in my estimation. Sitting in second spot now. The Guelph Storm doing well at 9-4. 3 overtime losses and a shootout loss for 22 points. They're right there. The Owen Sound Attack 9-7-2 for 20 points. They had a 3-3, 3 games and 3 nights. They came out of it though all right. They did okay. Dropped that one on Sunday to Hamilton. That was a tough one, losing 5-2 there. Erie Otters. Now, here's something I found out about the Erie Otters today. These guys are 8-1. They're rebuilding. And the Otters, like I was going to discuss shootout and overtime and stuff like that and how I don't care for the shootout. That's what I was going to talk about today. But I'll tell you right now, the Erie Otters, if it wasn't for overtime and shootouts, they'd have 5 less points than what they have right now. They'd be sitting there with 12 points, but they've actually got 17 points because of that. These guys are money when it comes to overtime. So five of their games, 5 of their 17 games so far, they picked up that extra point in there, so good on them. Kitchener Rangers sitting in last. 7-8-2. They had a great start to the season, but they've tailed off. What's going on in Rangerland? That's not going to last for very long down there, I'll tell you. My good friend Jerry File, his son Jacob, had a great game in net for the Kitchener Rangers. They lost 3-0, but he got second star of the game. That young fella is rookie goaltender in Kitchener. It's not just because I know of the family and they're from my hometown of Owen Sound. The young man's got a bright future ahead of him. We'll take a look at the West Division now. Sioux Greyhounds having a super start. 19 games, 12 wins, 3 losses, 3 overtime losses, and a shutout loss. Running away with this division at this point in the West. They've got 28 points, 10 points ahead of the who was favored to win the West, the Saginaw Spirit. Saginaw 8-6-1-1 for 18 points. You got the Windsor Spitfire sitting in third, 8-9-0-1. Sarnia Stanger at 500, 7-7-2, 16 points, and the Flint Firebirds. Flint Firebirds. Down at Matt. Flint Firebirds. Sorry, boys, but 0-16. 0-16-1. They got a point. 1 point. 17 games this year. They have not won a game as of yet. Like I said last time, I have no answers to that. All right, going back through it now. Okay, last week I mentioned Arthur Kaliev, and I was going to get back to him, but I didn't. I didn't get back to Arthur Kaliev. I forgot. I said, oh, I want to talk about him later. I want to talk about Kaliev later. Had some players rated as A players for the upcoming 2019 NHL draft, and Ryan Suzuki was one of them from the OHL. Ryan having a great season over there with the Barrie Colts, leading the way. But this Kaliev kid, Arthur Kaliev from Staten Island, New York, this boy is having one heck of a year. And I've seen him play a couple of times, and I'm telling you right now, that young man is the real deal. He was rated top 10. At least he was back when they did it. I guarantee you, I'm going to go right now, I'm going to say it on the show, Kaliev will go in the top, I'll give him the top 3. Arthur Kaliev, I said it right here, right now, Arthur Kaliev is going to go in the top 3 coming up in the draft. Kid's the real deal. Ton of points over there. I think he's averaging about 1.5 points a game right now on the Hamilton Bulldogs, and he is the real deal. That kid can skate. That kid can do everything. He back checks. He forechecks. He is money from that left face-off dot when it comes to the power play. He's got a ton of power play points. So you mark my words, Arthur Kaliev. Arthur Kaliev. All right, where do I want to go? Okay, I'm going to tell you, I try to stay away from the message boards as much as I can. I try to stay away from that stuff a little bit because, everybody's got an opinion, right? Everybody's got opinions. But I'm going to go back to my beloved Owen Sound Attack, right, in the situation that they find themselves in right now. And people starting to dump on them a little bit. But I want to talk about league-wide. People need to understand and need to remember that these young men that are playing this game, all right, when they got their uniforms on and they got the helmets on, they got all, and they're out there skating around, they look like monsters. Some of these guys 6'5", the huge guys, they look like men. Take the helmet off. You see them in the street clothes, you remember that the kids, 16 to 20, 21-year-olds, right? People dumping on them. You can't dump. The kids are there and they're doing the best they can. You think they want to go out there and do bad? Do you think they want to play poorly? They don't need some of the comments that are coming from people, right? When they're out there doing the best they can. All right, they're doing their level best. You can't tell me that they're going out there and just mailing it in. I don't believe that for a second. All right, so take it easy on these kids. Take it easy on them. They're under enough pressure as it is. You got 5,000 to 10,000 people a night sitting there watching you and critiquing you, and then you come online and start spewing all your crap at them. Just leave them alone. Leave the kids alone. Let them play the game. Goes for all of you. Love the OHL. Love every member of the team, and I love all the players. The fans are passionate, but make sure you keep your passion in check. You don't, I'll get the Dawn. I need a new bottle. I gotta get me some new Dawn. You get the company that makes this stuff to send me some. I'm out here promoting your show, and Dawn, keep it clean out there. I'll send the Dawn on you. Picking on them kids. I don't talk about the Owen Sound Attack right now. They got themselves in a situation, kind of the same situation they were in last year. They got a talented team. They got a good base of, they got Nick Suzuki up there. They got Kevin Hancock up there. They got Aiden Dewars up there. They got, Zach Roberts is back from injury, and they got a good nucleus of young players coming up behind these guys. They got 2 17-year-old goalkeepers in there. Again, 17-year-old goalkeepers, right? Your number one in Matt Guzda, doing a great job. He's doing well. He's going to be a star in this league. I know that. Andrew McLean, his backup, equally capable. Both of these guys, in my estimation, are number ones. They could start at number one. But they're 17. They're still only 17 years old, right? They're in high school, right? Give them a break. Don't be banging on these guys. Don't be bashing on these guys. 17 years old, playing with, in some cases, excuse me, in some cases you got players 3, 4 years older than you're playing against in there. Doing the best they can. Leave them alone. Go picking on the coach. That's easy. That's like picking on a referee. Don't go picking on the coach. Todd Gale's got his history. He's got a history behind him. He played the game. He understands what it takes. He's gone through the levels. He knows everything that there is to know about the game, right? But I'm sure he's still learning on a daily basis as well. He had a great NHL career, right? Went off and coached at higher levels. He's doing fine. Just leave him there. Again, the easiest thing to do is to pick on somebody that can't defend themselves. What's he going to do? Come out and tell you that shit? Nope, I almost had to get the Don. That was a Don moment. Person I feel sorry for, well, maybe not. I shouldn't say I feel sorry for him the most, but the one that's got the biggest pressure on him right now is Dale DeGray. Dale DeGray has got himself a situation here where, all right, everybody knows that the draft picks in the OHL are money. That's where you build your teams from, draft picks. Right now, Dale DeGray has a shortage on draft picks. So again, he's in the same situation he was at the end of last season. Well, we're not even up to Christmas yet, just in the first part of November, but he still has to decide. He's got to replenish that cupboard somehow. Somehow Dale DeGray's got to get, so there's no second round draft picks in there. None. All right? No second round draft picks. You got, I guess you got your firsts and you got your thirds and whatever down the line, but shortage on draft picks. So what do? Tough as it is for the Owen Sound fans to swallow, sell. You need to sell. You got some high-priced talent that is not going to be with you next year. All right, Nick Suzuki will not be with you next year. Kevin Hancock will not be with you next year. Sean Dursey will not be with you next year. All right, you got Bork, Trenton Bork will not be with you next year. All right, so you can stand pat, you can stay as you are, but where is that going to leave you in the future? Where is that going to leave you down the road? All right, the Owen Sound hockey fans are smart. They know, all right? They know what the game's all about. Yeah, it'd be kind of hard to swallow going in there with those bodies missing, but if Owen Sound does it, and Dale DeGray's a smart GM, he is a smart man. He knows he's not going to let these guys go for nothing. If he decides to go that route, he's not going to just let them go for nothing. You need to bring in a warm body and then some draft picks on top of that if you're going to trade a Nick Suzuki, a Kevin Hancock at all. All right, the guys that I mentioned. You're going to trade some of that off, then you're going to be getting some good return. All right, my estimation, I can see trade partners possibly being the Mississauga Steelheads and the Oshawa Generals. All right, those two teams have got a shot over in the East, Ottawa. Right? Ottawa's got a cupboard full of, they got all kinds of draft picks. They can do whatever they want at the end of the season. But take Mississauga and Oshawa, I think are going to be the two big trade partners if the Owen Sound Attack announce that they're going to sell or if they put the word out that they're interested in selling. All right, so, but I tell the Owen Sound fans, be patient. All right, Dale DeGray's a smart GM. He's won us a championship already. We've made the playoffs how many years in a row now, right? And the team really needs to, the management of the team needs to focus now on building for the future, right? That's what needs to be done. So if he does decide to go that route, Owen Sound, be patient, all right? Be patient. He's doing his job. He hasn't let you down yet, right? He's always put a competitive team on the ice in the years that he's been to Owen Sound. Let him do his job. Let Todd Gale coach this team and his coaching staff. All right. Let the players play the game. Show them the love that you showed them all season long. All right. And that's going to do it for this week of the OHL according to Rob. You have yourselves a wonderful day. We're going to see you next week. I hope I got everything in there. A couple other things I wanted to say, but you know what? God bless. Have a great day. We'll see you next week.